Hi there, Sagittarius. What's cooking good looking? It's Raina here, fellow Sagittarian. I think I erased our reading, which, was a little bit unsettling. That's not a good feeling when you look on your phone and you see that something is missing, but here's for even better reading whenever that was. I don't even remember. I do not remember these things. All right. This is a great centerpiece, the central theme, the Ace of Wands. I've been, for April, it's fire energy, might even be Aries energy. Tower card. Oh, wow. Ten of Pentacles. The plot thickens. All right. You know what? I'm already feeling this. I don't know about you. I'm going to pick an additional card. All right. All right. I claim this reading. I picked, the reason I picked an additional card is maybe it is because I'm a Sag and I want to end on a good note. I don't even know that that's a bad note. But, reverse cards, I want to have that kind of a punctuation mark, that period. So that's why I'm doing it that way. So with the Ace of Wands, let's first of all talk what aces mean. Now, this is for April. And aces are new beginnings, okay? For Sag, April is a month where the month begins in Aries energy, which is very harmonious with us because it's another fire sign. And fire signs form what is known as a trine in astrology, which is an aspect, the way that the planets cooperate with one another, that is the easiest, that is the least amount of effort, so the most flowing to you. And the point being that things are easy to manifest. They take very little energy. But, remember that everything has to take your initiative. You can't just wait for it to come to you. It's a dance because, in law of attraction, there is the art of allowing, where you're not just imposing your will on the universe. You do your part. You envision what you want, you place your order, and you let the universe, handle the details. But I also think that you're taking steps in that direction. You're not just sitting on your butt, just twiddling your thumbs. So this is a creative energy. This is associated with the number 1, and in the major arcana, the number 1 is the Magician, and that is connected to Aries for sure. So I don't know if this card is specifically connected to Aries, but it certainly sounds like it. And it's really like another thing too is the you're taking that initiative, you're initiating something. So it's funny because I see here in my book it's corresponding major arcana card, the Magician. So there you go. And this is about pursuing your goals, okay? And I've already done the astrology, by the way, for this time frame. So what I wanted to say about that is you can look on my channel for Sag's video, and that can be give you more of the astrological things that are happening, because it is very much in alignment with this, and I'm so happy. And it's 5th house. I mean, that is about the 5th house, which for us can be very kind of like pleasurable, fun. You might not see it as work related, but it's a creative area. So definitely with starting your own business, or if you've already started a business, maybe you Really, some people start a business and it's not really, they haven't really put their all into it. And maybe you're really just creating something that takes off. A, like a special product that you're offering that really is what seals the deal for people and makes them want to buy all of your other stuff. And it can even be like you hear about the birth of a child. And then, or maybe you're about to give birth, who knows? The higher message is the 10 of Pentacles. And certainly if you are somebody about to give birth or your partner is about to give birth, the 10 of Pentacles is the higher picture, the higher message is that this isn't just about you. This is about the generations that follow. And, it's funny because we as Sagittarius being fire signs, we really do bring it back to the self, like what we're expressing, our self-expression and things like that, which is perfectly fine. That's what we're all about. But it really has a ripple effect. So if you're giving birth or your partner is giving birth, that child that you're going to be raising, they will affect other people too. So whenever we think about what we're doing, whether it's some kind of artistic project, it may be coming from our own personal life experiences. Even if you're writing a novel, a lot of writers are taking from things that actually happened to them, and then they might be tweaking them and, kind of changing them around. But it's not just about you, it's about other people. So this is one of the things that I noticed as a writer myself, and other people's, reading other people's writing, is that sometimes people don't realize that they have to be more universal, even if they're being very personal, talking about their own personal experiences. It has to be relatable to other people, or they're going to not really feel connected to it. So that goes for anything that you do. Even if you're making pieces of jewelry, yes, you have to make what satisfies you. You can't, well, you don't have to, but I think that it's good to be the artisan or artist who is really expressing your genuine, authentic nature through your art. But by the same token, is it something that you think other people would enjoy? Is basically what I'm saying. So the 10 of Pentacles is a great money card if we just interpret it mundanely, but I'm seeing it as a generational card. So it can be a card of generational wealth. So it may be also saying that this is a way, whatever it is that you're doing now can have consequences in the future, that this could actually seal the deal for you for years to come and for your offspring if you have any. What crosses you? So maybe this is a very important time in your life for your launches. April's a great time for launches. What crosses you is the 5 of Wands. I'm just thinking about myself. Sag. If you are a person who is a very competitive person, and, I'm kind of being self-deprecating here because not all competitive people are, doing so in a toxic manner. Sometimes it's just that insecurities can bring us down and make us doubt ourselves. And I was going to joke because I have the moon in Virgo. And so that can be very insecure, perfectionistic, thinking that you're not good enough, feeling inadequate and things like that. And if you have the moon in Pisces, there's certain Cancer and your sun in Sag, that fire energy is very confident. And who was it that I was reading? Somebody famous who I think went through rehab, and she said something like, I'm the most egotistical, insecure person that I've ever met, or something like that. And it really can be one of those things where there's a part of you that is cocky. I think fire energy is cocky, and other people can react to it negatively and think that the fire sign person is arrogant, when really it's just, I wouldn't even, you could say self-assured, but it's like really being immersed in the self. so that you know that, you have a certain path, or you have a certain thing that you want to communicate, whereas other people might be kind of unsure about their opinions, their feelings, and things like that. And so that can, appear as cockiness, when really it might not be straight up cockiness per se. But if you are if you have this competitive nature, even if you're just like seeing what other people are doing, stop, because that kind of thing is totally warped, in terms of the logic of it, because we are not other people. We have not had their experiences. They have not had our experiences. If other people seem like they're farther along in their whatever their field is, whatever their craft is, and you feel like, oh, that person's younger than me, or they are better than me, or something like that, you need to step back and see where you've come from. And chances are you've gone through some things that maybe they haven't gone through. And so you're doing awesome. I'm not even going to say you're doing the best you can, because that sounds kind of pathetic. I just think that you're probably doing amazing, and you're not giving yourself enough credit. So the first step is about stop measuring yourself to other people. Maybe this is a good time to go off Instagram. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. That seems to be engineered for mind control, for us to feel like, you know what. So what is coming in is is the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. That's why I was oohing and eyeing, because we have more of this good stuff happening. And I realize now, that's why I was looking in my book initially. I wanted to see what they said about the Eight of Cups in reverse, and it was actually, in a good spread, could be good things. Did I even talk about the Tower card? I feel like I didn't even talk about the freaking Tower card. That is so strange. I was so much about the Ace of Wands. Well, let me say something about this. The Tower card, to me, ultimately is about release. I actually just got this for Scorpio as well, and or Cancer, I think it was. One of those signs. But anyway, what I said to the other sign is that I associate this with the eclipses, and there is going to be, the next eclipse is going to be in Sagittarius. And I was mentioning release because sometimes we stick with something that isn't serving us, and it makes us cling to something that is really like not for our highest good anymore. Maybe at one time it was okay, or actually awesome, but we need to start going in a new direction. Maybe we don't have to disown whatever this thing is. Maybe we can still have it in our life, but it has its place. Like maybe its place is more of a minor place than it was before. So, for instance, if you do have your own business and you have been specializing in one thing, you may be wanting to go in a totally different direction, but you're afraid that you're going to neglect whatever it is that you're currently doing, and that it's just going to fall into the weeds, and then you're not going to have anything because you don't even know if this new thing is going to take root. Well, let me tell you something. First of all, to me, the Tower card could be a breakthrough, not a breakdown. This could be like you stepping into your next level of greatness. So we don't have to look at the Tower card as something negative. But I do think that the lunar eclipse in Sag may, even on the mental level, release you from some old patterns and belief systems. Okay. And that can be part of that breakthrough. Now, if this is falling, see, this could actually affect you before the actual date of May 26th. And it's an early degree, a very early degree of Sag. So this could be affecting you in your 12th house. A lot of you, this may be in your 12th house rather than the first house itself. Both the 12th and the first houses, to me, have enough in common where it can be good for your life changing for the better. In the 12th house, it could be getting rid of addictions, getting rid of self-defeating patterns. So any kind of compulsive behavior, whether you term it an addiction or not, could be assisted from the higher dimensions, and that like you're done. It's like cuts that cord, that energetic cord for you. I usually say that you have to put in some effort, but with the eclipses, these are things that are where the tide is turning in your life. It's funny because I think, I don't know if it was subconsciously or maybe I saw these waves, so that's why I said the tide turning. But I wasn't consciously thinking that, so that's pretty darn cool. So there could be some release in the first house if this eclipse is falling in your first house. Again, this is technically end of May, but could possibly be in play in April, or just something else just really blowing up for you. This is the first house of the self. Maybe you are being known to by more people, that kind of something coming to a head, coming to fruition, or, this very stage of abundance, harvest, in terms of your image, in terms of other people, what they see. They kind of like learn of you. So, you have an online business and it's like you're just kind of treading along, and all of a sudden you take off. You know that. And that sometimes, like even with YouTubers, that can happen after years of plugging away in relative obscurity, and then all of a sudden that person doubles their subscriber count and they just have a lot more. I've seen that happen. Okay, so I was talking about wish fulfillment. So that could even have a positive effect on your finances, because that could be, because I think it's because it's number 9. It's supposed to be like your emotional well-being is really on point at this time, because something that you've wanted has come true. The outcome card, the first one that I picked, was the 8 of Cups in reverse. And basically what they were saying in the book, because I wanted to make sure, it was like refusing, like if the reading is overly negative, then you would read it as a negative card and say that that it's the refusal to, move on from a situation, like you're clinging to the past, for instance, and that you could be like even like walking away from a relationship that is actually a good one. And it's interesting because the Tower, if the Tower is some kind of situation like love at first sight, the Ace of Wands is so, to me, it can even be like sensual, like very like an affair, like hubba hubba, time. And you might be walking away from something that is really good. Like in that interpretation, the 10 of Pentacles is saying, look at what you have. You're going to throw this all away for some kind of sexual passion or something. So it might be kind of a cautionary thing. But in the positive sense, this could be returning to a former relationship. And if the Tower is, you finding out that your current partner is cheating, then you're returning to a relationship that is really good. It could be that a challenging time in your life is ending. And like I said, I'm already feeling this at the end of March. And it is Aries time, so that makes a lot of sense. They mention, going to a party. This book I really recommend, Tarot Plain and Simple. I've mentioned this before. Let's see what else they say. An enduring relationship. Well, that's Ten of Pentacles for sure. But I'm reading the Eight of Cups reversed, just so you don't get confused. A new romance, flirtation. These are some of the key words. And one of the things they say, friendship, a celebration, a month's time. So, a month's time can even be with any of these, even if it's in the upright position. So, the month of April, I would definitely harness this month and make the most out of it. Do what you can in this month, which is such a good green light type of month. And then we have the additional card that I picked, the Two of Pentacles. Now, sometimes this can be mulling a job offer overseas, hence the ship. But I think that this is that you're going to have a lot on your plate. You're going to be juggling things. Maybe you have a day job and you're starting your own business. Maybe maybe you have like a grandchild on the way, and you're going to be taking care of that baby and working and or running your own business. So I think a lot of Sages enjoy that kind of life. This can be making two sources of income, having another source of income, like moonlighting, a second job. And I think that if there's a sign that can balance these things, it's Sag, all the dual signs, Gemini, Sag, Virgo, and Pisces, all the mutable signs, very flexible. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like a private reading, I love working with Sages, obviously. I'm promoting my double readings because they are special value, and double chart readings, chart interpretation for an hour. These are full-length readings, and transits for an hour, and then a combination tarot, full-length tarot reading with full-length combo chart interpretation transits called the whole enchilada. The other one's called Deep Dive. I have other readings. The link is below. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.